What's up people, and welcome back to another Elden Ring guide. This guide will cover the locations of all the Ghost and Grave Glovewort bell bearings so that you can get max level summons. As a little bonus at the end of this video, we will be comparing a level 1 summon with its max level counterpart to see the actual difference. We're going to be starting off at Windham Catacombs by Volcano Manor, where you can find the first bell bearing. You'll run into a locked door, so you'll have to dive deeper in the catacomb to find the magic lever. After the door is unlocked, you'll be met with a fog wall. Now technically this should be the easiest boss you have to fight, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, I said the easiest boss you have to fight. I guess I struggle with simple things. Anyways, we got the first one, so on to the second. And for the second bell bearing, the easiest place to start is Zamor Ruins. From here we can head to the entrance of the next cave. It's called the Giant's Mountaintop Catacomb. Now you can just follow this to the right instead of hopping over these rocks, but either way, you'll run under this mountain and then drop down to your right side. Once we're in the catacomb, you'll make your way to the very long elevator in the back. As you'll find, at the bottom of the elevator, there's going to be another locked door. You'll just have to run through the catacombs to find the magic lever again, and then run down this way straight to the fog wall. This enemy is debatably harder than the first, but it's not too bad, and I'm a little more used to the moveset, so I got through it in one try. With the second bell bearing in hand, I'm going to head straight to the final bell bearing for Grave Glovewort. It's going to be located in the crumbling Beast Grave side of Grace. To start, we have to enter the west side room and jump onto and then down from a rooftop. This is a little bit of a jog, so I'm going to go ahead and speed it up. Okay, so here in the gazebo, we will find the last Grave Glovewort bell bearing, and after getting this and turning it in, you will now be able to get max level basic summons. Now that we have all three Grave Glovewort bell bearings, we can focus on the next set, which will allow you to upgrade any elite spirit ashes you have to max. These next bell bearings are for Ghost Glovewort, and you can find the first one by the Nokron Eternal City Grace. This is one of the few underground cities in Elden Ring, and you can find the next bell right outside the door on this body. This second Ghost Glovewort bell bearing is super easy to get, so you're just going to start at the Eternal City side of Grace in Noxtella. You'll just go forward and up these stairs to the left, and then at the top of these, around the corner to the left, you'll be met with a room full of these lightning jellies. So take care of them, and then there's a chest in the corner where you can pick up the new item. Now, the second Ghost Glovewort requires you to get 2 Medallion pieces, one of which is here at Castle Sol, and the other is in the village of Albernarix. If you've already unlocked this area of the map, you can skip forward using the timestamp to get to the next bell bearing. For those of you who haven't, I'll quickly run through these so you can follow along.
Tis but a scratch. A scratch?
Okay, after the elevator ride, you can run up these stairs to get your first half of the medallion. It's going to be right next to this guy just sitting on the ground. The second half is super easy to get. The best place to start at is Folly on the lake side of Grace, and the town is straight south of that resting point. Once at the side of Grace, just follow the hill east and hit the big jar to find this cheery little guy. After talking to him, you'll get the second half of the medallion, and then you can make your way over to the Lift of Rold, where you can hoist it up and go to the next secret area. At the Lift of Rold, you can now switch the medallion you used to access the hidden path to the Halig tree. Once here, you'll make your way to Ardina, where you'll complete a puzzle to move forward. Upon lighting the last candle and completing the puzzle, you should be able to teleport from the top of this town over to the Halig tree, which is the location of the next bell bearing. Once at the Halig tree, you'll have to progress through the area until you reach the drainage channel Grace, which is located closest to the second bell. From here, we can head out the east side and to the left. We do have a little parkour to get down, but thankfully it's nothing too serious. Right here is where we drop down, and we're gonna head left and go through the open building below. Once we get out of this building, we need to continue straight and get past these guys. Unless you're good at dodging, make sure to spend your souls before trying to grab this bell, as it's a very enemy-intensive area. Now we're going to skip past that left item and just drop down straight ahead, and right here is the third and final bell bearing that we need, so now we can go on to upgrading our spirit summons. Okay, so now that we have everything we need, as a baseline I'll be testing the Jawright Puppet at level 1, followed by the max. We're going to have him fight this one-on-one here, and then I'm going to go alert the town so that we can see how he does against a giant group. Alright, so it looks like he currently takes 3 fire pots to get a kill, but it's doing quite a bit of damage, and he seems to have a good amount of health. So everyone will see how many kills he gets, and we'll see how long this guy lasts. Looks like he's unprotected, maybe just keep everyone running up on me. Oh, yeah, check that out. Okay, so it looks like he got 2 kills there. Let's head back to the Table of Grace. We can buy all the upgrade materials and get that to +10, and then we'll see how he does. So let's go ahead and turn in those bell bearings that we found earlier. They'll allow us to buy Ghost Glovewort, and we'll be able to level it up through the Spirit Tuner at the Table of Grace. So this is going to be the max level fight. We'll do the same thing. We'll have him fight one-on-one, and then we're going to go alert the guy again. Alright, so already a big difference. He hit 1. It might have been because of the oil pot that he hit before, but he did kill that guy with 1 fire pot. I'm not gonna lie, this guy's killing it, but it looks like it's gonna take a little bit, so I'll just put together a quick little highlight reel so you guys can see what he can do. Alright, so that does it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Honestly, it means a whole bunch. I did not expect the level 10 to be able to take out the whole town. Anyways, I'll see you next time on another Elden Ring guide. Thanks again.